Huh? Are you sure? About what? You don't live this way. Hmm. Yeah, I don't. Adachi drew her chin in slightly, but showed no signs of turning back. I had gone to her house the other day, so maybe this time she was coming to mine? This too might have been a way for her to kill time. For a moment, we walk in silence. Every now and then, I sneak in a glance at her. Both her hair and the silhouette of her face were refined, as if crafted on in painstaking detail. Seeing her blink as I stared at her made me feel relieved. She was alive after all. I stared for too long, and our eyes soon met. She took out the plastic bag from her bike basket and handed it to me. Shimamura, take it. Okay. What's this? I took a look inside and saw pastry. Two, in fact. Judging from its shape, one of them was a cream bun. The other one was stuffed bread filled with something white, tuna or potato perhaps. Both were the kind that you could buy at the school canteen. There was also a bottle of lukewarm mineral water on the bottom of the bag that made you wonder for how long it had been there. A little munch for breakfast, but not enough for dinner. In other words, lunch. I was thinking about giving this to you during lunch break. Lunch break? I tried imagining Adachi standing in the line at the crowded canteen, but it just felt so wrong. However, hearing her say those words, lunch break, it suddenly clicked. Oh, so this is the next time. It was the first time I had ever seen Adachi laugh. Her normally fierce stare softened like the rays of the evening sun. How much was it? I'll pay you, I asked, and began pulling out my wallet. No, it's fine, Adachi replied without telling me the price. Well, whatever. I could just put my memory to work and estimate. The mineral water was likely the type sold in a vending machine, so that didn't take long to recall. Now, I just needed to remember how much the stuffed bread cost, and I'd have the answer. I rubbed my finger against my brow and groaned slightly, trying to remember. Adachi looked at me, confused, but I ignored her and focused on getting my brain to work. After rummaging through my memory for a moment, it finally appeared in front of me. Good timing, because any longer and I would have gotten dizzy. I pulled out my wallet and started counting. It seemed that I had just the right combination of coins with me, so I prepared the sum I had calculated and handed the money to Adachi. Here's for the water and the bun. The exact right amount, isn't it? I stated, full of confidence. Adachi, having taken the money, simply tilted her head, however. Dunno, I forgot already. Huh? Bummer. Feeling a little disappointed that I didn't get to show off, I twisted the plastic bottle open. As the lukewarm water entered my mouth, I could truly feel the remnants of the bygone summer. As usual, I had spent my entire summer break this year just laying around. After a few sips, I held out the bottle to Adachi. Want a drink? She took the bottle and gulped down about 1/3 of it. After it left her lips, she took a breath and, still facing forward, spoke relievedly. I'm glad that you didn't go home with your other friends. I will miss my chance to give you these. I didn't really see how them being around would stop her from doing that. Right as I was about to put those thoughts into words, I noticed the look on Adachi's face. It was the expression of a child. Her eyes were cast slightly downwards and her lower lip faintly pouted. Those two minor changes alone altered her usually nonchalant appearance massively. She looked like a child sulking quietly. Looking at her face, I finally found the word I had been looking for earlier, the one close to moping but not quite. Sulking. Sounds kinda similar, don't you think? No? Well, I suppose that's subjective. Adachi had said that I was her only friend. In other words, yeah, I think I understood what was happening. If I said that to her face, Adachi would likely get mad, then deny it, then leave me and go home. I'd get embarrassed too and have trouble looking her in the eyes. Even when it wasn't easy to admit things, even when things bothered me, at times, I still faced forward. We didn't need to clean it all up. Just one single thing was enough. Adachi, I called to her, and she turned to look at me. Staring back at her, as if refusing to avert my gaze, I pointed straight forward at the far end of the road. Are you walking with me to my house? For the current me and Adachi, this was all that I could ask and all that she could answer. We still needed practice to put curve into the ping pong ball bouncing between us. Yep, that's the plan. I smiled at her reply. I'll need to make you a map, won't I said, swinging the plastic bag lightly from side to side. And so the four of us formed a strange connection. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a perfect circle or anything like that. More like a bunch of warped lines with me as their center. Will a day ever come that Adachi and Hino went out fishing together? That I didn't yet know. I knew the chances were low, but at the same time, I couldn't help but look forward to it, even if just a little. That slight sense of elation alone gave me wings. I'm an airplane. Whoosh! I went ahead and spread out both of my hands. How many more steps will it take before I started feeling embarrassed?